Danto, Sean Pulofsky.
I love her.
I love her too.
So pretty much a person I know.
All right, say something for me.
Something for me.
Good job. All right.
Is that all fine and dandy?
It's all fine and dandy.
Oh, I'm sure Josh Adam Myers.
I've had Josh Adam Myers. I've actually ended up going to Josh Adam Myers' house a couple more times. I've massaged him 5 or 6 times now. But he gets me in the green room for the shimmy shimmy ya, so I got to see Bill Burr the other day. So that was Emily ran after Bill Burr.
Oh, you did?
Like, how do you pitch to All Things Comedy?
Uh-huh.
And I thought he would come back and
She ran. So I have Bert Kreischer in October with Leanne. But right now, on the table, I have Jayson.
Hooray!
Woo!
Get undressed, get under the sheets. Ooh, you're in for a treat. No, I promise this is not a dream. It's just a happy ending with Joy Eileen.
Hi, everybody.
Everybody says hi. They're all waving you. They're all watching because you're naked.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever had a massage?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not in a while, though.
Yeah. Have you ever broken anything?
Just about everything.
Really?
Both collarbones. I had my nose removed from my face.
How?
I got hit with a golf club when I was very young. And it completely destroyed my face. My nose was completely gone. It was just a hole. And they found all the cartilage on my shirt and on my shoes.
Who hit you?
My babysitter.
No, on purpose?
No. But he was like, oh, that tickles. He's not supposed to. My dad was like a real shitty person.
Uh-huh.
And, he used to pay high school kids with cocaine to watch his 2 kids.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's a real great guy. But he had, new golf clubs. And he told his babysitter, hey, man, whatever you do, just don't touch my golf clubs. And then he gives, a 17-year-old cocaine. Of course he's going to touch the golf clubs.
Right.
So he took us to this park so he could use these golf clubs. And I was walking behind him, and he didn't see me walking up behind him. And when he swung, it just blasted me right in the face.
Oh, my God.
I almost lost my left eye.
Because of it?
Yeah. I almost lost my left eye, too. And I was in the hospital for 11 days. I had, plastic surgery 3 different times.
Holy shit.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
They said if it happened when I was an adult, that I would just be permanently scarred for life.
Right.
But because I was your face is still growing and your skin's, you're so young.
Uh-huh.
I was probably 7.
Oh, my God.
It you have to look really close to see the scar. But I had a cast on my face for 6 months.
Did you have to go to school or did they homeschool you?
No, I was completely out of school for a month. And then when I went back, this feels awesome, by the way. When I went back, I had a cast on my face for a month, 2 months.
Fucking, did the kids sign it?
No, that's funny.
Can I sign your face, Jayson?
It's I fell asleep in a subway and I just graffitied my face.
Somebody draws a dick on it.
I'm with stupid. Let's see what else. Boone was here. What else did I break?
Yes.
Oh, the worst one.
Oh, yes.
And it sounds like that would be the worst one.
Yeah, it does.
But when it comes to pain, I fractured my tailbone. Yes, that is the most painful thing.
That motherfucking thing is the size of a dime. Your coccyx, yes.
Oh, God, it's the worst.
Yes.
You can't laugh, cough, sleep, shit, sit, walk, run. You can't do anything.
You can't live.
You would really... I had to sit on a donut. That was in high school.
Yep.
I had to sit on this dumb donut. I had to take the elevator because I couldn't walk upstairs.
Yep. How did you fracture it?
I was playing basketball on ice.
Oh.
So I jumped to get a rebound, and when I landed, just both my feet came right out from under me, and I just straight down on it.
Except it was hockey.
Right?
Now, I didn't fracture it, but I bruised my tailbone. I was at a party I didn't want to be at. I was in high school. It was with my cousins. And this guy, I was sitting on the tailgate, but the tailgate was up. So I was kind of perched on that 2-inch tailgate thing.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, Joy, come dance with me. And I'm like, no. And he's like, come on. And he pulled me, and my ass landed on the hitch.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, I lost my virginity to a hitch. I was like, oh my
God.
Like my butt virginity,
Ugh.
My anal hymen.
That hurts, man.
Oh, it
People
hurts
don't know.
so bad. I was crying. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, you broke my ass. My ass is broken." And then having to explain to your dad that your ass is broken when you really didn't do anything to break your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's like, "No, I don't believe you."
Did you see that girl that got pushed off the bridge?
No.
Like 60 feet up. It's like over a river. And I guess people jump into it a lot from like, you know, that height. And there's these high school kids up there, and this girl is thinking about jumping. And then she's like, she chickens out. She's like, I don't want to do it. And some asshole guy pushes her.
Oh, shit.
So she, like, hits the water, like, from 60 feet up in a weird way. Like, not, you know, like, if you jump, you can kind of control how you go in. Right. She basically belly flops, breaks a bunch of bones, like, fucks her whole shit up. What an asshole.
What an asshole.
And that has to be super scary. She thinks she passed out on the way down.
That's terrifying, because your body, when you pass out, automatically starts breathing on its own. Which is why when I was little, or when my kids were little, they would hold their breath, and my mom's like, just let them hold their breath. If they pass out, they're going to automatically start breathing again. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. So I'm like, whatever, just pass out, fuckers.
Shut those idiots up.
Right? Joke's on you, your body's going to make you live. Ha ha!
I love how your mom's like, just let them pass out.
Yeah. My mom's me. I swear, we're the same person. It cracks me up.
Because my mom would have been like, no, breathe! Like, she would have freaked out. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? You're doing this to me, aren't you?
I've cracked a lot of ribs in my day.
Yeah?
I've had a lot of stitches.
Ooh, tell me.
If I was bald, I'm sure my head looks like a fucking, just like a cue ball, like an old cue ball. One time I got like 6 stitches in my head because I was chasing a balloon when I was a kid. Oh, shit. And I did this like real classic smart move of I opened up like dresser drawers and I was just going to use them as like stairs. And right when I kind of got up to like get close to the balloon, then the whole dresser just went backwards on me.
Head wounds bleed a lot.
Fell down a flight of stairs a couple times. I was a very clumsy kid.
What about now?
I'm not too clumsy now.
No, I can't walk straight without tripping on something.
I haven't broken anything in a long time.
Okay.
I'm sure I just jinxed it.
I was going to say, should we knock on something
a piano falls on me right when you say that?
That plays the Looney Tunes.
I know. It's always like a safe falls on them, then they open the safe and their head's in the safe.
And then they've got a sign that they were just able to write about immediately. They're like, oh, hold on, I got to write a sign. Okay, so broken stitches.
Yeah, I was always in the hospital when I was a kid. They had to think I was like an abused child.
Did your parents ever get, like, looked at?
Well, once. And it wasn't because of me. There was this kid that we kind of like adopted named Brad. I wonder what happened to that guy. He's probably dead.
But you kind of adopted him.
Yeah, he was like this. He was a nice boy. He was young. I was in high school. He's probably 7. And his mom was kind of a cunt. And she was like in a band. And she wanted to take him out of school because she was going to, her band was going to go on the road. Okay. And I was raised by lesbians. My 2 moms were like, don't fucking kick. You know, he's got like 2 months left of school. We'll just take him. So he lived with us for like 2 months and then an entire summer so he could finish 1st grade. No. And which, he was a cool kid. But he was super clumsy. And one time he was running through the kitchen and my mom was on the phone, and that's like when like landlines. Yep. And he didn't see the cord going across the kitchen and just clotheslines himself. So he had this phone cord scar around his neck that looked like a noose. Scar, you know what I mean? And he was totally fine. He didn't even really hurt him. He was a tough little kid. But the teachers called. Oh, shit. And they're like, yeah, exactly what happened to Brad because, you know, they wanted to see if our story matched his. Right. And then my mom told him, like, that's pretty much what he's saying happened.
And scene. You know what? Those things are fucking dangerous, though, because when I was in high school, I had like a 50-foot long cord, so I could go.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what this was. That's exactly what this was.
And we were talking to some boy, I don't know, whatever. And I was like, hold on, let me go get my phone in the room because it'll come in the living room. So I was running with the phone in my hand, but I didn't realize the cord was completely tangled in a knot. And I'm running so fast, it stops me, lifts my feet up on the ground, and pulls me back down the hallway.
Ugh.
It was like a movie scene. And my friends are looking at me, and I'm just back up, face up, back down, staring at the hallway like, how the fuck did I just get here? It's like I'm being on a bungee cord.
Right? My sister stole a car when she was 13.
Why? What'd she do it for?
Well, you reminded me of that because to go see her boyfriend.
Was it?
Like, she thought we were gone for, like, the whole fucking weekend or something.
Uh-huh.
And she was going to be there by herself. And then for some reason we came back.
Because your mom...
And I forgot something, yeah. Like an hour later or something. And then, car's totally gone. A car we didn't even know... she knew how to drive a stick somehow.
You learn different things for Dick. I mean, you get special abilities when the Dick is calling.
I believe it.
It happens.
It happens to me all the time.
For Dick?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Telling you wave a good dick. I'm like, I know how to speak Spanish now. Like, okay.
Right?
I did.
Origami? I got this.
Origami.
What do you need me to learn?
You ever watch the show Shameless
No.
on Showtime?
I know about it, though.
It's pretty much how me and my sister grew up. And they were just like, everybody in their family, they're all just big scammers. And when I was little, before my mom left my dad for a woman, his whole crew, they were all complete scumbags. And they used to drive around like the south side of Chicago in like a pickup truck.
Okay.
And if they saw any ethnic person on a bike,
Oh, no.
they would yell, "Hey, that's my bike." And if they jumped off of the bike and took off running, they would re-steal it. And if they didn't take off running, they would just keep driving around. So they would just be re-stealing stolen bikes.
So they were just entrepreneurs.
Based on pure racism.
Oh, my God.
Isn't it hilarious?
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Oh, I know. I don't either. I mean, you don't have that DNA in you. I do.
I have some pretty fucked up DNA in me, though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Life happens.
I gotta deal with the fact that 23 of my chromosomes are from a complete scumbag. and the other 23 is a lesbian, so I'm real fucked.
Well, at least you're a good pussy licker.
Probably. That's the only thing I got going for me. Style and eating pussy.
There you go. You do have style. I was just digging on your socks right now.
Which ones do I have?
The chicken wings.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Those are fantastic. John is like John has a sock fetish. So
Really?
Yeah.
Like female socks?
He likes me to wear like different socks. He loves socks on my legs. I don't know.
Like if you're naked, he still wants you to wear socks?
Yeah, if they're like thigh high or knee high.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's totally into that.
All right.
There's a sock store in Universal City.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, and
I love that store.
I love the sock exchange.
Uh-huh.
It's amazing. And we go in there and John's like, "Ooh, these are sexy." I have a lot of thigh-high, knee-high socks.
Well, yeah, if your man's fucking totally into that, I bet you have a lot of them.
Yeah, I do. I'm like, all right, I'll wear socks. Cold, whatever. If I don't have to get a pedicure, all right.
Right? Hide
those toes. Let's do that.
Right? That's a way cheaper way to go.
It is. Socks last.
Wait, what did Bill Burr say when you asked him how to pitch?
He said that if we get ours out, I come back.
Okay. I was wondering what the boss man says about our network.
Yeah. I think he was also, I ran at him.
In heels. It was amazing.
I was kind of like, you ran for it. You did what you had to do. You did what you had to do.
He did?
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
He's very nice.
But you know what? I fucked up because I have a connection with him and I didn't mention it.
You're a guy that does lessons.
Yeah. I massaged a cop who is taking helicopter lessons, and him and Bill Burr shared a helicopter because Bill Burr's doing helicopter lessons.
Yeah.
And the guy was talking about me. Like, oh, my massage therapist, she does a massage therapy podcast, and she's a comedian, and she does stand-up. So if I would have been like, hey, like, I know a guy you took helicopter lessons with, but when he walked in, that chair that night was busy. I massaged a lot of people that night. So I was like,
at Josh's show?
Yeah. You did like a mirror, and I did Baron, and everybody was hopping on the chair. Avery, so it was a busy night that night.
Must be like a new push from comics to get massages. When I did that Skankfest.
Skankfest.
They had a masseuse in the green room there too.
I know. I heard she made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, I think she did.
But I was like, Josh, what the hell? You had a massage therapist? And then she's like, oh, she was shit. She was shit. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Thank you for making me feel better about myself.
I mean, he didn't hire him.
Right, I know.
He was just never not in the chair. That's how I knew he was on this podcast 12 times. Every time I see you two in the same place, you're on his back like Yoda. This guy.
I know.
I think I twisted my neck. I need you.
He literally walks up and goes, "Hi, Joy," and then turns around.
Yeah. I seriously don't know what his face looks like.
Oh, that's great. I can 100% see him doing that.
All the time. I asked him the other day, I'm like, you realize I'm more than hands, right? And he's like, yeah, you're my friend. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, walk on my back.
Get my neck. But yeah, we're friends.
You're more than a massage therapist. I'm like, okay, okay.
Thank you.
Verify me, please. Validate that I'm a person and not just a massage therapist.
I don't know if he can do that. I'm not sure if that he can.
Oh, Josh. I could see that. He cracks me up every time I've got the chair. He's like, hurry up.
Who else? Somebody else when we were in New York was also in that thing nonstop. It was him and somebody else. Fuck, I'll think of it.
Okay.
No, One Big J. It was an LA person.
Oh.
Wasn't Wineshank. Damn, that's going to drive me nuts. Because every time I was like, of course you're in the chair again.
It definitely wasn't still.
No, it wasn't him. Oh, he was on this too, huh?
Yeah, he was one of my first ones.
Uh-huh.
It's out. That one's out. He moans and groans a lot.
Really?
Yeah, he's all,
How did he do without his cell phone?
Okay, that is so funny because I was thinking about editing it out, but I didn't. I left it in about 30 minutes into it. He's like, hey, Joy, can you give me, because he had it on the charger.
Uh-huh.
He's like, can you go give me my cell phone? And I'm all, really?
While you're massaging him?
While I'm massaging him. And that's basically when I ended the massage. I'm like, all right, you're checking out on me because he was looking at his phone. I'm like, all right, like we did good.
How many minutes did he last? Without looking at his phone is the real question.
37 minutes.
That's really good for him.
Yes, but I was hurting him a lot. Like, he groaned and moaned a lot. But that man was just...
I think he was groaning because he didn't have his cell phone.
Probably. He's like lamenting, like, oh, my cell phone.
That was the...
And then his girlfriend moved his cell phone off the charger. So I'm like, I don't know where it is. And he's like, it was right there on the charger. And I was like, there's nothing on the charger. And I kept going, is this your phone? No, it was right there. And I'm like, but this isn't. I'm like, this is your phone. Like, and he's like, oh, that's my phone. Yay, team. Like, okay. But he was funny. He kind of took over the podcast, though, and he was asking me questions.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
I could see him doing that.
Which is fine. I mean,
how long do you have to go to school for this?
You have to have 500 hours. So I went for 11 months, 4 days, 4 hours a day. So Monday through Thursday, 4 days for 11.
Uh-huh.
And then I got my certification. And then my license, I just work under the chiropractor.
So, does that mean you're a chiropractor as well?
I work for a chiropractor? No, I'm just a massage therapist. Yeah, I don't have my chiropractor. No, because that's a whole PhD.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a whole nother thing.
Which is fine, I could do it, but I'm kind of hoping that maybe something like this will go, so I only have to massage maybe 3 times a week instead of 40.
You get 40 massages a week?
No, I do 27 a week, yeah. And then...
that's a bit much.
It is, on the pressure?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, 27 a week? Yeah, I know it is a bit much.
That is a lot.
It is a lot. And I've been doing it 11 years. I've worked at the chiropractor.
What's the creepiest person you've had that's not Tripoli or a comedian?
There's 2.
2 people that were really creepy?
Yes. One, it's the only time I've ever asked my doctors never to schedule them again. And the first time he came in, I could just tell he was creepy. And so I massaged him, and he kept like trying to hit on me, and I kept mentioning.
Describe this guy to me. How old is he?
He's okay. in his 40s. You can tell he was in all of his work clothes. Like, okay, this is actually perfect. So he was in his work clothes, so he was in like dirty jeans and like a t-shirt, and it was kind of dirty. His hair was kind of mussed, and he just came from work.
Yeah.
Okay. The next time he came in, he was. Do you remember those old like Jinko jeans that had the dragon on the butt? Like they were embroidery dragon.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I think he was trying to. Like, he went through his closet and I was like, oh, what's going to look cool? So he had those on.
Sounds like he was really wrong.
Yo, so wrong. So wrong. Like, his mirror was making fun of him. Like, yeah, dude, you look good. And then he was wearing a button-up shirt. And I was like, oh, fuck, this guy's a hit on me. So when people go in the room, because the room's very not soundproof at all, the walls are very thin. So what they do is they go in the room, I stand outside, they get under the sheets, and they're like, okay, ready. Because a lot of them get completely naked, do the glutes and everything. No big deal. So he's like, I'm ready. And I open the door, and he's butt-ass naked, and he throws his hands up in the air like he's in a fucking stick-up. Instead of normal people would cover their genitalia. No, not this dude.
He's standing.
Yeah, he's standing, and he said he was ready. And he goes, oh, look at you. You're too fast for me. And I was like, damn it. So I closed the door, and I'm like, okay, tell me when you're under the sheet. So a couple seconds later, he's like, I'm ready. And I counted to like 60, and then I walked in. And then while I'm massaging him, he puts his arms like where the headrest is, so they're like hanging down like this. And he starts tickling my feet.
Weird.
And he's like, are your feet ticklish?
Weird.
Do you want to be touched? And I was like, all right, this massage is over. And I ended it, and I walked out, and I told the doctors, I'm like, do not reschedule him with me. And then I went in the doctor's office, and I sat in his office till he left.
Yeah, that's a weird guy.
Super creepy. Now the next one.
Not the same guy.
No. This one is, he came in, and he was perfectly fine. Like, I walked in, and he was wearing gym shorts, and he was above the sheet. Whatever, you're in gym shorts. So it was just him and I, because I work a lot of off hours, so the doctors are gone, so it's just me in the massage room, or me in the chiropractor's office. No big deal. And he was like, I didn't know if I should get completely nude. I didn't know what type of establishment this was. And just by his verbiage, I was like, fuck. And I go, well, you can get completely nude. Just get under the sheet so I can properly drape you. Standard massage therapy answer. And he goes, what if I don't want to get under the...
Well, then I'm just going to suck your dick, bro. you said all the right words, idiot.
You did it. Ta-da, you found the key. And I go... Well, I guess you don't have to. I'm married and I have 3 sons, so it's not like you're going to show me something I haven't seen before. And quite frankly, penises are ugly. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, just mentioned I have kids, just mentioned I'm married, like totally just shut him down. No. And he's like, well, you haven't seen my penis yet. I'm like, oh, fuck.
That old classic line.
Oh, yeah, pretty penis right there. It's like angels are flying around his penis.
Yeah.
So then, like, the rest of the massage, it was like a tennis, and he told me at one point, I bet having sex with you is like having sex with wildebeest. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, why are we picking that? Why a fuzzy sheep? Like, nah, I'm not a fuzzy sheep. God damn it.
So he's saying shit like that to you during the whole massage?
The whole massage. And then the greatest part about it is when he left, I'm going to cut this part out as well, he made an appointment for his wife and his 15-year-old.
Of course.
Yeah. Gorgeous. His wife is gorgeous. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you even want to touch me when you've got that at home?
How did you know, because men are pigs, how did you know what he did for work?
He told me.
Oh, okay.
You know what? He comes in now he's better. Like, he tried, he got shut down the whole hour. Now he comes in and him and I are kind of friends. Like, I actually enjoy massaging him.
Like, he knows where he stands now.
Yeah. And, like, the second time he came in, he was like...
Still love to see that beautiful dick he talks about.
Oh, shit, I need to get a picture of it.
I'm sure that's real hard to do.
Fucking pretty penis. And then at one point he came in and he was like... I'm like, why don't you have sex with your wife? Like, why do you want to have sex with me?
You actually said that to him?
Yeah. And he's like, I'm not into necrophilia. So basically, he's saying his wife's super cold. And I'm all, that's your problem. If you don't know how to turn your wife on, I'm all,
Or
that's
dad.
all on you.
Yeah, if you don't know how to turn your wife on, what the fuck you think you're gonna do with me?
Right. And he's like, she just lays there. And I'm like, I got a perfect fix for that. I'm like, right before you put your dick in her, tell her that her sister's better. I guarantee she's not going to be laying still.
My massage therapist is better.
Right. You're a fuck.
She's like fucking a wildebeest.
He's like a wildebeest, like a fuzzy sheep. Like, I left the massage room and Googled wildebeest. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, no! Like, why that animal? Like, no. So those were my two. I have one guy, he comes in once a week, and he always tells me I'm a bad girl, and he pats my ass. Like, whatever.
That's a bit much.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I just kind of deal with it. I'm like, whatever. Like, I know where I stand, and I know how to shut them down.
Right.
My hands are strong enough that I'm going to hurt them, so...
Yeah.
I'm in the power position. I'm the power top. And they're the weak baby bottom, so... Yeah. What about you? Have you had any, like, crazy women, like, hit on you after a show? Like, a chuckle fucker just throwing...
Oh, yeah. A lot of times. The weird ones are, it's, you know, when you're on the road...
Uh-huh.
And it's always, like, a dude who's, like, a fan... And he brings his girlfriend... But, like, here's where they fuck up. Like, they're talking their girlfriend into going... It's like, oh, he's one of my favorite comics. I listen to his, that's whose podcast I'm always listening to. You know, it's always like podcast fans.
Uh-huh.
That come see you do stand-up. So, indirectly, the mistake that they've made is they've talked about me. They've talked me up a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, you can't touch the bottoms of my feet.
Okay.
I'm so insanely ticklish, I'll kick you like a wildebeest.
I have... Thank you for the warning.
Oh, you would have known. And the thing is, I have the feet of a gay baby. I have beautiful feet for a man. Look at these.
Yes.
Now, carefully touch the bottom and feel how soft they are.
Oh, they are soft.
See what I mean? So every girlfriend I've ever had is dying to touch my feet, but you can't, otherwise I lose my shit.
Right.
That's a bit much on the calf.
Okay.
Oh, I'm really ticklish. My whole legs are ticklish now.
Do you want to just skip the leg?
Maybe, now that I've talked about it.
Let's skip the leg.
God, yeah, it's ticklish. Damn it. It's like a psychological thing. No, but so they'll, you know, they talk about it, and then if you have a good set, and then they want to hang out, so now you're hanging out with a fan and his girlfriend, and they're all drinking. Those are the girls that always hit on you.
Of course.
Like, they're like making fucking, you know, like flicking their tongue at me when their boyfriend's talking to me, but they're behind him.
Right.
I'm like, you dirty little bitch, you. Last thing I want to do is go on some fucking all my fans' girlfriends spree.
Just one by one, knocking them off. Got Jimmy's, got Chad's.
Yeah, right? Those are the ones that are always weird, because I'm like, I get it if it's like, you know, a bunch of girls and it's girls' night and they go to a comedy club and then, you know, they see you and then you wind up going out with all of them and hooking up with one of them or something.
Or all of them.
But the creepy ones to me are the ones that are like, you came here with your boyfriend.
Right.
What do you possibly think could happen with us right now?
Girl, there's only so much we can do in the storage room.
Yeah, they'll go, yeah, exactly. Or they'll go to, like, I remember one time, I don't remember where I was, though. Where was I? St. Louis, I think. Me and Renazizi were in St. Louis.
Okay.
And he went back to the hotel, and I was hanging out with this dude who's, like, a fan of mine, and his girlfriend. And she's like, hey, we can give you a ride back to your hotel. That's what she says. And I was like, oh, that's cool. She's like, let's swing by, I don't remember his name, but like, let's swing by Jimmy's place and get your weed. And then we'll go back to your hotel and smoke weed, because I was bitching I didn't find any pot in St. Louis. I'm like, oh, that's dope. And I was leaving the next day.
Literally dope.
Literally dope. And this guy runs in. First of all, here's strike one.
Okay.
Where this guy's an idiot. She insists on sitting in the back seat with me.
Oh.
There's nobody even in the front seat but this guy, like an Uber driver.
Fucking Uber.
So he's like, why are you know, I don't even remember what her excuse was to do that. And then he comes out with weed, but when he went into his apartment, she's like just making out with me. While he's in there. And then he comes back in, and then she's like, I thought you were going to get like a bottle of booze too. He's like, oh, you didn't say get. She's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. She definitely did not. So then he's like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem. And then he goes back in to get booze, and then she starts making out with me again. I was like, girl, I don't know what I mean, if you're going to keep sending, you're going to have to send this guy on a longer journey.
Right.
Otherwise, all we're going to do is make out for 40 seconds. Nothing ever happened, and then we were back, and she was really drunk. And I was not sober myself. But when we got back to my place, like it was getting pretty late. And then she goes to the bathroom, and then he says to me, will you do me a favor and kick us out of here?
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Tell her you got to get up early. And I was like, you got it, brother.
By the way, how do I taste? Tell me how I taste later.
Yeah, right.
Oh, dirty, dirty girl.
Yeah, that's not even close to the first time that's happened.
No. Yeah, I believe it. Because you can almost see it, like, when we're at the Comedy Store or anything. You can see those women. They're like, oh, he's on stage. He made me laugh. I must give him my vagina hole.
Yep.
Like, here, I present this hole to you.
And especially the more drunk they are.
Uh-huh.
And the more big celebrities they see you talking to and being friends with.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? They're like, oh, this guy hangs out with Rogan and he just got off stage. He must have lived in a mansion.
Right.
Nothing could be further from the truth.
I live in 2 mansions.
I clean mansions.
So where's your favorite place you've ever done stand-up?
Shoosh. I mean, I know it's a really stupid answer, but probably the Comedy Store.
That is not a stupid answer. I love that answer.
I love that place.
I love that place too.
I mean, it's if I moved out of Los Angeles, it would probably be the only thing I would miss.
I could see that.
You know, and people are like, what about the beach? I'm like, I never go to the beach.
I never go to the beach either.
If I loved it so much, I would go there all the time. But I mean, if I'm never at the beach, it would probably be the Comedy Store. But I mean, I have a soft spot for a lot of clubs in Chicago too. That Zanies, the original Zanies on the north side's great.
Right.
It just feels like it's 1983 in there.
Oh, I love it.
You know what I mean? Like it's the low ceilings and the bars way in the back. It's just one gigantic room that's packed.
Uh-huh.
There's something about that room I really love too. It feels like it's impossible to do bad.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's like the layout of the room is set up for
Success.
laughter.
Uh-huh.
You know, everybody's closed in real tight. There's not a lot of wiggle room, so you just have no choice but to just sit there and laugh.
Right.
And pay attention.
Yes. Yeah, there's a couple times, like, when the original room has the curtains open out to sunset, you see people just kind of staring out of it. And you're like, no, why are you not paying attention?
Well, the thing is about, people get so jaded here because you get to see everything.
That's true.
Every show... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you in the head. You like being touched?
No, do it again.
Every show is almost like a goddamn comedy festival.
You're right.
I mean, you factor in, if you want to see Bill Burr or let's say Bill Burr or Rogan or any of those guys, you got to pay like $50 and go to some theater whenever they come to your town, and you get to see just them. Every night there, it's Bill Burr, then Rogan, then, Arsenio Hall will go on, and then Chappelle will show up at 1 in the morning and go on for 2 hours, and then Ren Azizi and Bobby Lee, and, like, the lineups are just insane. And people, like, bitch about a 2-drink minimum or a $15 ticket price. I'm like, this is a $400 comedy festival that you get tonight.
Yes.
This is a benefit.
I mean, it literally is like, those, like, comedy festivals that everybody's at. Those lineups look just like the Store's lineup every night.
Yeah, you're right.
Every single night. And those are like $400 tickets to go to those things.
Uh-huh. And then you're stuck in the back and, shitty seats. And
there you can, I mean, if you hang out there long enough and you're cool enough, you can smoke pot for free, probably milk a couple free shots here and there, and you know what I mean? If you hang out there long enough and know the right people, when people like, like you'll have a drink outside, they're like, can I take this in there? And they're like, yeah, but it doesn't count as one of your minimum drinks, you know what I mean? And I'll even tell people that when they're outside at the bar, I'm like, if they're about to go on the show, I'm like, hey, don't get a drink here if you're only going to have 2 drinks. Like, if you're not a drinker, because it doesn't count towards the thing, towards a 2-drink minimum. And they're like, oh, thanks. But it's like, it just blows my mind that people can still come there and complain about anything. The lineup, which is stacked, the cost of drinks, which is like, I mean, it's not that much.
It's not that bad, no.
I mean, there's way worse places on Sunset.
Yes.
I mean, you don't factor in what you get.
Right. No, I agree.
Which is all of the greatest comics, arguably in the world, every single fucking night. Mm-hmm. And yet you can still be like, I don't know. His new bit's just like whatever.
Right.
You're like, dude, I mean, you know.
That new bit's gonna be huge after he starts working. That's my favorite part, is watching them work
Me
it
too.
out.
That's what I like the most.
And watching this bit develop, and like, oh, I love it. Like when they're like, I have an idea, and then just to see it evolve.
Rogan's got this new bit, which I won't even try to do, or for a multitude of reasons. But I don't like giving away people's bits on podcasts and shit. But it's about, cats and dogs, like differences between cats and dogs. And I've literally had the pleasure over the last couple months of watching it just get better and funnier and funnier and funnier and funnier. And I love that same part of that too.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorite parts, is just to see it grow, see them cut the fat, see them add different tags that start working better. Oh, just
usually it's like too long. And then it's like short enough, but it still needs tags. You know what I mean? So it's almost like you take a bunch out and then you put more back, put more back into it with different tags and stuff. It's always, that's always a fun thing to watch, people working shit out like that.
Oh, it's my favorite. I do love it.
That's why I also like shows like Nick Youssef has that.
The workshop?
Yeah, where it's like you can't do any material you've ever done before.
That's amazing.
So everybody bombs, but everybody bombs. No matter who it is.
And it's just get to say it. Like, I have a bunch of new stuff that I just need to say just so I can fill it out, and then, either ditch it or start reworking it and molding it like fucking Play-Doh.
Yep.
I mean, not fucking Play-Doh. Fuck Play-Doh. That was weird. I don't know why I said that.
You could mold Play-Doh into a very beautiful dick.
Yeah, but it's kind of squishy. Like, it would be like...
That's true. You'd have to freeze it.
Right, or it'd be like gumming it in like a gummy bear.
Yeah, it's like tucking a sock inside of another sock.
Exactly. Lose some in it, and then, you'd be...
You have to go fishing.
Right. Or just dropping blue. It's blue in my head right now. No, I'm using Play-Doh, but I have boys, so it's always blue Play-Doh. We always have blue Play-Doh in our house.
How old are your 3 boys? You have 3 boys, right?
Yes, 7, 12, and 17.
Oh, yeah, you got your hands full. Do they get along?
Sometimes. We had a fight today. It was not fun. And then...
The 7 and 12?
Yes.
The 17, he wants to just do his own shit.
He wants to do his girlfriend, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all he wants to do.
Is he getting laid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all. Don Barris figured that out for me.
Oh, he did? You didn't even know?
I kind of assumed.
I love Don Barris.
But we were in the Ding Dong show, and I was talking about having 3 boys, and then Don's like, wait. What are their ages? And then I said, oh no, I was talking about my son having a girlfriend and how I call her Jade the whore. And he called Tyler, because Tyler was babysitting the little boys. And he's like, hey, Tyler, this is Don Barris. I have your mom and your dad here right now, and they were telling me you have a girlfriend. What's your girlfriend's name? And he's like, Jade. And then I whispered to the audience, whore. And then he was like, what's she like? And he's like, oh, she's opinionated, she's sassy, she's got attitude. This is my 17-year-old describing his girlfriend. So I'm like, she's a bitch. Like,
and now he's doing this on stage with the microphone to the
yeah, we're in the belly room.
Cell phone.
We're live on YouTube. It's the Ding Dong show. And I'm like, oh shit. And then he's like, well, Tyler, what we want to know is if you've gone all the way. Like, have you been intimate with Jade? And I've got your mom and your dad here, and they are just hoping and praying that you say yes, and they'd be so proud of you.
Really?
And my knees are going weak. I'm like, please stop. Please stop, Don. And then Tyler goes, I don't know. Because he's like, are you having sex? And Tyler's answer was, I don't know. And the whole audience was like, oh my God, Jade the whore took his virginity, blah, blah, blah. So then Don goes, thank you for talking to my Tyler, hangs up the phone, hands me the microphone back, and goes, okay, you can continue your set now.
Hilarious.
And I'm like, jokes, punchline, laugh, huh? Like, how am I supposed to continue right now?
So then what did you say to him when you got home? Or
we didn't make eye contact for a week. Because he's my stepson, too. So, like, we have a weird relationship. I love him to death. He's my kid. But we have a weird relationship.
Right.
But now every time I see Don Barris, he's like, you know what your kid's doing right now, right? He's fucking right now.
I love that guy.
Every time I see him, he's fucking. I'm like, okay, please.
How long has he had the same girlfriend?
2 years.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely fucking.
I know.
17 and 2 years, you don't stick around.
And she's 18.
Oh, yeah.
And she has a car. She has a Beamer. She has a nicer car than I am.
Wow.
Yeah, single child.
Do you get a lot of that? Like, people, like, look at you like a therapist? Like, you know, where you go to the barbershop and spill your beans, or you go to a...
Yeah. I know so many secrets about
bartenders always seem to know a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm. But I don't even think they're talking to me, because you're face down.
Uh-huh.
So I honestly think that they're just saying stuff. You know how, like, sometimes you just need to say things out loud? It just needs to come out of your mouth.
Uh-huh.
I kind of feel that's what it is. Like, I'm just a sounding board. Like, I
Right.
don't judge because I've done some shitty things in my life, so I have no reason to judge anyone.
Shitty bang bang.
Shitty bang bang. I've done a couple shitty bang bangs. So yeah, I don't judge, and I just listen. And yeah, I know a lot of things I probably didn't know in Santa Clarita.
I bet.
Yeah. I've seen people cheating on people. Like, people bring their phones and they're texting their new girlfriends, and their wife's outside waiting for their massage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I don't say, like, I say, like, what happens in the massage room never happened. Like, so I've had a couple wives, they're like, can you check to see if he's cheating on me or if he gets on his phone? And I'm like, that's not my business.
Really?
Yeah.
They're trying to get you to narc them out?
Mm-hmm. And I just tell them, my business is knots. All I do is find your knots, and I try and make you relax. I don't want...
Yeah, I'm not a fucking private eye.
Right? You don't fucking pay me enough for that shit.
No shit. What's the biggest tip anybody ever gave you?
I've gotten $200 before.
Uh-huh.
But that's about it. Not very big.
Yeah, I would think it'd be crazy bigger than that.
You'd think oh my god, the richer people are, the fucking cheaper they
That's
are.
very true.
Oh.
That's very true.
I had a lady come in once. She was like, oh my god, I need this massage so bad because the nanny had a day off and I had to take care of the kids.
Oh. I know somebody that's so rich they have, they have 2 kids and 2 nannies per kid.
Oh my god.
There's more people taking care of these kids than created them.
Uh-huh.
You have 4 people taking care of 2 kids.
Yes, it's insane.
That's nuts.
I know people who are nannies that I went into the wrong work, but I can't have kids. I like mine. I don't like anybody else's.
I can't. I couldn't do it.
Okay, so there is a question I wanted to ask you. Did you know how you imitate people? You're amazing at it.
Thank you.
Did you do that when you were younger? Like, did you, like, imitate your teachers?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Okay.
I've always been good with that.
Okay.
Jeff Richards and I were talking about that. It's funny how my voice just keeps changing octaves if you seriously rub your elbow up and down. This is just an audio podcast, but you'll totally hear my voice changing left and right, and it's there's a wildebeest on me.
Wildebeest don't meow.
Jeff Richards, who's great at impressions. I mean, he was on.
Yes.
He's the only person to ever be on Mad TV and Saturday Night Live both. And he and I always said that it's just you just have an ear for it.
Right.
Like, you either can do that or you can't. You know?
Actually, I can. I've told you this before.
I
can do it once. I turn into that person.
And then you can't ever get it back, though, you said.
Never recreate it. I was Ron White once for like 2 hours. It was amazing. I was Amy Winehouse singing Tupac one day. Sounded just fucking like her.
That's an interesting combo.
It was awesome. Because I know all the words to California Love.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why, but that's there. Just in case that needs to ever be thrown out. And, yeah, I was singing Amy Winehouse doing California Love, and it was, like, so good. And then I tried to record it, and it was just me. Well, fuck. Where does it go?
You know, a lot of it, too, was, like, being young and, like, doing impressions of other people's impressions.
Yes.
You know, somebody on Saturday Night Live or some comedian would figure out how to do an impression of something. And there was, for some reason, and it's still true to today, if somebody else figures out how to do it, then we all kind of figure it out.
I can see that.
Like, my impression of Adam, everybody's impression of Adam is my impression of Adam.
Okay.
Everybody's Boon Shakalaka is my Boon Shakalaka. But everybody's Dean Del Rey, oh yeah. Everybody's Dean Del Rey is Sandy Danto's Dean Del Rey.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot of ones like people figured out, and then Jason Galern's another great one. Everybody there has a Galern, and me and Richards got Galern right around the same time. So now we always have like dueling Jason Galerns.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Dude, Jason Galern, I'll tell you a funny Galern story, who I love.
We adore him.
Hilarious.
He's going to be on the podcast.
Oh, he's great. So when I knew him before he was married. I knew his wife, it was a girlfriend at the time. They lived together, but, I've known him for a long time. Now he has like a, 14-year-old and a 12-year-old. So when it was just Shay, his son was born, Jessica, his wife, would go out, just for like girls' night or whatever the hell, you know what I mean? And Jayson and Shay would be together. And Galern would call me, Mike Favorman, Jeff Richards, and I can't remember who else, and leave us these voicemail messages. Now, that was in the day when you had a cell phone, but you also had like an answer machine at your apartment. People still had both. And I would get these messages like, dude, fucking guys' night, fucking me and fucking Baby Shay are fucking hanging out. Baby Shay, tell Uncle T who's got pot. And then he was like a young enough kid that he wouldn't retain anything, but he could just repeat anything you would say. So I had all these messages from a 2-year-old asking me, where's the pussy? Where's all the pussy at? Who's got pot? Rock and roll? Eat puss? Those were pretty much the staples. So when I would go on a date or I'd, hook up with a girl or something, we'd come back to my place, I would always do the same joke where I'd be like, hey, make yourself a glass of wine or get yourself whatever you want to drink. I'm just going to check my messages real quick. And I'd have a pad and paper and a pen, and I would hit play, and I would just, okay, this guy's looking for pot, And they would always round the corner with like a glass of wine once. It's like bewildered look on their face, like, what baby keeps calling you looking for pussy and drugs? It was always the funniest ice-breaking joke, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it was always the same messages to all three of us. Whenever Shay would be around. So whenever Galern wasn't around, but it'd be like me and Favorman or Richards, or we'd be talking about it, we would all be laughing like, oh, dude, I got a hilarious one from Baby Shay last night. He's like, oh, I got one too, Then one day all the messages just stopped. So I see Galern and I go, yo, dude, you got to get fucking Shay to start leaving me some more messages because I'm running this gag with girls every time, but now the messages are all the same. I can't do it anymore, you know what I mean? And he's like, dude, fucking Baby Shay ratted me out. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, fucking Jess is talking to her fucking mother-in-law, my mother-in-law, and she fucking hands the phone to Shay and says, say hi to Grandma, and he says, eat pussy, Grandma. And then Jess just looked at me like I'm fucking dead. How hilarious is that?
That is fantastic.
She must have just shit when he said that.
Oh, where's the pussy, Grandma? You know what? I have...
Eat pussy. That's what he told his grandma.
Pussy, Grandma. Oh, my God. I have some... Okay, so when Tyler was little, my nieces would always get him to kind of the same thing, say stuff.
Yeah. As a classic baby move.
Right. So he would be like, hey, where's Jack Mehoff? Stuff like that. So my mom and dad got chickens and they got a rooster. My mom loves Pirate of the Caribbean, so she named the rooster Jack. Okay. So Tyler was like, Grandma, you should name the chickens the Mehoff. So above my parents' chicken pen, it says Jack Chick and the Mehoffs.
That's great.
And I'm all, Mom. And she's like, what? I'm all, Jack Mehoff. And she's all, oh, that's funny.
She did that without even knowing that's what it meant?
No, so it's Jack Chick and the Mehoffs.
Hilarious.
Okay. And it's above my parents' chicken pen. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. And that was Tyler when same thing, like he had no idea what he was saying. Just, oh yeah, Jack Mehoff. Like,
Yes. Yeah, my father was funny, even though I haven't talked to him in like 30 plus years, but I do remember him being funny. My mother's hilarious. My other mom's funny in a smart way. Okay. You know what I mean? And not that my mom's not smart, but my mom really gets humor and comedy. She's always been super funny. When she was out here, not too long ago, I took her to go see Kimmel. Because she loves Don Barris. And so when we're in the green room at Kimmel, Don Barris comes up and I hear him rounding the corner. We're sitting at the bar in the green room. And I hear Don rounding the corner and he yells, where's that fucking slut at? And then my mom just starts laughing like, here he comes. So when we were walking like kind of through the halls of Kimmel, he told some of the crew and the cameramen, hey, this is my chick for the day, so don't any of you guys try to fuck her. And my mom goes, quit cock blocking me, Barris.
Good girl.
I remember when I was young, she was talking to her friends about something that happened at work, and she was like, so-and-so, some guy at work, I guess she walked by him and her hand grazed his ass.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, hey, you just grabbed my ass. And my mom goes, if I meant to do it, my hand would still be there. Yeah, that was great.
You know what? I was just talking about that to someone. I cannot walk by John without grabbing his ass.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Do you massage him a lot? Or is he over it?
No, he won't let me touch him.
Why?
He says I go too deep and I'm too mean. I married a pussy.
Wow.
Really? Yeah, he will not let me. He's never been on my table.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
He's been on my chair maybe once or twice.
Uh-huh.
Like, when I put him to sleep, every night I put him to sleep, I graze his back like this, over my fingers over his back.
That would do me too.
Oh, and he's out.
Uh-huh.
In the middle of sentences, he's just gone. I'm like, he's spoiled.
That's very kind of you.
Oh, he's so spoiled.
What does he do for you?
He gives me good dick.
I mean, like for sleeping and shit like that.
Nothing. And that's so funny. I was like, you could do something for me.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, no, nothing. But in his defense, though, when he falls asleep and the kids fall asleep, like, that's when I, like, edit the podcast.
You're like, finally.
Yes, that's when I write. I've written all my books between 1 in the morning to 4 in the morning. Like, that's when I write. So, I mean, I get it. But he's super supportive. Like, he lets
very
me go
much.
out. So, I mean, I guess it's a give and take.
Uh-huh. That's called marriage.
Yeah, right.
The old compromise.
The old compromise. How do you feel?
Great. I took a bunch of ecstasy before I got here, so this is even better.
Oh, that's exciting. So is there anything you want to plug while we're ending, while I'm thumbing you?
And by the way, when she says thumbing me, one more story.
Yes, give it to me.
Because I was going to say you have both your thumbs in my ass, but this guy that I love, I won't mention his name, but he's super he's a pretty talented actor, but he's kind of like I won't say he's a dumb guy, but he's like a big goof.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, he always have crazy shit. Like, one time we were watching we used to always watch football together, all day long, on Sundays.
Uh-huh.
Starting at like 9:30 in the morning. Now it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He's like, oh shit, I had my 11th threesome last night. And all of us slowly turn and look at him, you know what I mean? Like, first of all, your 11th threesome?
Right.
Second of all, we've been together for 5.5 hours and you just now remembered?
Right?
That you had sex with 2 women at the same time? Like, most people walk in with that story.
Oh, yeah. Like, just a commercial reminded him. Like, oh,
exactly. Something like that.
One.
Something like that. So, he used to be the door guy at the Saddle Ranch when the Saddle Ranch first opened. And he would always say outlandish shit like that. And he goes, let me ask you something, Thibault. Is it gay if a girl wants to put a strap-on on and bend you over and fuck you with it? I go, sheesh. I mean, kind of, dude, because, like, she's behind you, you're not even looking at her. It's shaped like a giant dick, you're just getting fucked in the ass. There's nothing female about that.
Uh-huh.
I think it's kind of gay. Like, if you're into that, you might be, like, maybe having gay thoughts, maybe, you know? And he just goes, huh. Let me ask you this. Is it gay if a girl puts a finger in your ass? I don't think that's gay at all. I think that's, normal. I don't think there's anything gay about that at all. And I go, why? How many fingers have you had in your ass? And he goes, at one time?
Oh,
I go, that wasn't my original question, but it is now, idiot.
Now you need to explain further.
At one time? What a fucking great guy. So yeah, of course, Punch Drunk Sports. That's myself and Ari Shafir and Sam Tripoli. That's every Tuesday. You can find us on All Things Comedy Podcast Network. And then I have my other podcast that I do called 92.7 The Pod, which is more of a sketch show. It's a fake morning radio show about a fake city.
And it's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
I love that. I adore that one.
Yeah, it starts with season 3, and then I'm going to do 8 episodes. I'm only doing 24 episodes total.
Okay.
I'm doing 8, and then I'm going to rewind 2 years ago to season 1.
Okay.
I'm going to do 8 episodes of season 1, 8 episodes of season 2. So I already have this whole story arc written, and the new one's coming out in about a week. And a lot of people die in this one. A lot of death.
Love it.
So yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. And and follow me on Twitter at TheTeeb, TheTeeb, and then you can find out there all my stand-up dates and all that crazy shit.
He's fantastically funny.
Oh, this feels great.
And now he's fantastically relaxed. All right, goodbye.
Suck it.